Hi gorgeous, welcome back. Today I want to share with you this hair tutorial and I'm also going to explain to you a little bit more about my hair, a little bit about my haircut, because I've had a lot of questions about it on Instagram and my vlog channel, because a lot of you know I've cut my hair. It used to be a lot longer, and even here I've had a lot of questions, and I've been wearing my hair this way for weeks now, even when my hair was longer, and I've had so many of you ask for a tutorial. So I figured I would share with you, even though it's very, very similar to how I did my hair last summer. I did a very similar style, but I figured I would do sort of an updated one for you. And I was inspired to do this hair do from a YouTuber, which I can't think of her name. I think her name is Alexa. I don't even remember her last name, but she's really sweet. She's a really beautiful girl, and she wears her hair very similar to this, so it kind of inspired me to start wearing it this way again. And I've really been liking my haircut. It just feels so short to me because it used to be so much longer, but it just feels healthy, and I'll explain a little bit more about what I asked when I went and got it cut. So yeah, if you want to see how I sort of achieved this look, then just keep watching. It's a good look for me, isn't it? Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you about is my haircut. I've had plenty of people ask me on my vlog channel, just everywhere. I don't know why it's creating such a shadow. You know, what I did to my hair, whatever. I cut about, let's see, 5 inches or so off my hair. My hair used to come down to here, and I went ahead and just bit the bullet and give it a good cut because the ends were getting kind of thin, and it just wasn't, I don't know. I felt like I needed a cut, and now I'm excited to let it grow long again. And hopefully, since I didn't get a V last time I got it cut, I asked her to do sort of like the very bottom, to kind of let it come into a V. Well, that looks good and all when you first have it cut, but as it starts to grow out, those longer pieces right in the middle of sort of the V shape start growing longer and longer, and before you know it, it's like you've got these pieces, these just long piece, but this much that's long. I don't know if that makes any sense, versus everything else that's full. So that's what I wanted to get rid of. So I asked her to just trim the bottom and just trim, you know, sort of cut the bottom, but I don't like a straight across blunt cut. For me, does not flow. I don't like it. It doesn't blend. When I try to do anything to my hair, it doesn't blend. So I asked her to just cut it. She knows what I'm talking about. Just sort of thin it out at the bottom and just don't give me a straight across cut, and that's what she did. I didn't ask her to cut any layers through my hair because I already have some long layers running through my hair, but for the most part this is my shortest layer. Maybe a little bit shorter than that, like maybe this one is my shortest layer, and I'm kind of okay with that right now. What I did ask her for is just some long A-line sort of cut layers just to frame the face. I go through phases, and I know next time I get a haircut I'm going to want her to put layers throughout my entire head, but for now this is what I went with. And then I don't know the color she uses. I just used for sort of jet black color, and she knows exactly what she was doing. So that's what I asked for. If you want to go and get a similar haircut, just ask for the bottom cut in one length, but don't cut it blunt. Just sort of cut it so it just blends hairlessly, and long layers throughout, and just some face framing layers. That's all I said. She knows me very well. So that is what my haircut is, and I'm going to show you how I've been styling it. It's very effortless. It does take a little bit of time, but it will last me days. I won't have to do anything to it for days, and I really, really like that. So the first thing I do is take the very top section and sort of pin that out of the way, which of course I didn't bring any clips. Oh, I do. I have one right here. Clip that out of the way. Bring these two pieces, two sides forward, and then look at this. And then I like to just brush it through like so. And now what I'm going to do is what is happening here? Come on. There we go. What I have is my straightener. This is what is this? The Chi straightener. Don't love it. I feel like it straightens my hair, but when I want that glossy poker straight hair, this doesn't do it for me. So if you know of one, please let me know. What I do is I take the last 2 inches of my hair and I straighten them. I like them to be really, really straight. I know it sounds nuts because I'm going to go over it with a curling wand, but it's okay. That's what gives you that beachy, wavy look. And you see the bottom, it's kind of like, it's not all, it's like all piecey like that. That's what I like. Okay, so I've got the very ends of my hair, that layer done. Take this out, clip those back. Now, where you want to part it is where you should part it. I've been kind of doing it in the center, sort of, and I've been liking it. So that's what I'm going to stick with today. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to straighten the last couple inches of the hair. Okay, so my top layer, I've straightened the very ends as well. Now I take this, take it, and just throw it up out of the way again. Got more clips. I know you're thinking, oh, those pieces are not going to be straight anymore. It's fine. That's what we want. Now you bring these two pieces forward again and you spray them really well with like a texturizing spray. This is the Triple Sec 3-in-1 texturizers, refreshes, amplifying, yada yada from Dry Bar. And I'm just going to spray this well because what makes this look so pretty is these sort of like that texture, unfinished, I don't know how to really describe it. I'm going to actually pull this out of the way, that unfinished textured look. So I'm going to do that, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, split this in two, move this out of the way. It looks complicated, but it really isn't. It takes no time at all. And then I take my wand. This, I don't know where this is from. I think I got this Vortex, I don't know. Anyway, it's a wand. It's maybe about 1.5 inches. That's what you want. So I take a piece about yay big. You flip it around and you leave that 2 inch or so out of the bottom of the barrel that we straightened. That's the idea here. And then you let it down. You see it's straight underneath that. That's what gives you that bedhead beachy look. And I'm telling you, you guys have been liking it so much, and every time you see it, it's the day after. So I'm telling you, it looks better when you've slept on it because it reinforces that bedhead sort of beachy vibe that you are going for. So, and you don't have to hold it around for a long time because we're not trying to, you know, we're not trying to make it super curly. We're not trying to give it too much definition. You're just really putting a couple of bends in your hair, and it lasts for a while, and it's so good. So do that all over this bottom layer on both sides, and then I'll show you what to do with the middle layer. Okay, so I've got my very bottom layer curled. I'm gonna just put it out of the way. I'm gonna take this layer down. This is the middle layer. Spray it as well. Like so. That is very highly fragranced. So if you don't like that, then you won't love that one. Okay, now for the middle layer, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a teasing comb or whatever, and before you curl each section, you are gonna tease, not like this, but like this. That makes sense? Sort of more on the side, and not much, but you see what the difference does. And when you put that Triple Sec or any texturizing spray, it just really reinforces it and makes it stay, really. And then you don't have to, I don't brush the top of my hair for days because I don't feel like I need to. And that is what I am looking for. You see, it's kind of straight, but it has a bend. That is what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna do like 2 more sections because I don't want the sections to be too small. But just remember to take your comb, give it a good tease, and then I like to kind of like just smooth it a little bit so it doesn't look so crazy. And then just curl, leaving the end out. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been curling everything away from the face, and it's not gonna all blend into one because you've got so much of that texturizing spray that it's gonna stay quite piecey, which, you know, that's what this look is all about. So last section on this side, and then I'll do the other side, and then I'll show you the very top. Doesn't that look fabulous? Okay, so now I'm just going to pin that back, and we are going to do the very top. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this. I'm sorry if I didn't, but you don't keep, sorry, I'm just trying to look in the mirror. You don't keep the barrel on for very long. I think I'm keeping it on for maybe 6 seconds. I mean, really a short amount of time. Because like I said, you're not going for a real polished, you know, look. You're going for that beachy, messy look. Now for back here, I forgot to spray my triple sec. Ooh. It is really, it is different fragrance. It smells different, but whew, it's as strong as the Oribe products, which I love the smell of the Oribe products. I don't love this scent, but I like the way it works. So, but really it's the same thing as the texturizing spray from Oribe. All right, so now I'm just going to take these very back pieces. I'm just going to give them a little, can I just like not drop things all day? All you're going to do is just tease it a little bit, and then with your comb, kind of go over it to smooth it. And I'm only going to do that to, I'll show you, to like this piece and then this piece, and that's it. So 2 pieces on one side, the back pieces, and 2 pieces on the other side, and that's it. As you can see, I really don't hold this long. I don't hold this on for very long because number 1, it's hot. It's like 410 degrees. And number 2, I just don't need to. So let's see. Let's do about that little guy. Give a little extra spritz. Light tease, brush it over, and then do that. I did want to mention to the very front pieces, I do like to give a light tease, but like not really. You see, it's not like poofy, just a little bit, because what this does, I think anyway, is it helps them stay back a bit more instead of coming forward. You can see, just keep it on for a second. It just helps that curl sort of stay back instead of come forward. Maybe that makes sense, maybe it doesn't. So you see, it's still flat, but for some reason when you put your curling iron against it, it really does help. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side, and then I'll show you the last product I put through it. I put in it and then run my fingers through it, and I'll show you the end result. Okay, so I have everything curled. You take every single thing out, and you don't brush it with a brush. You just run your fingers through it, and you soften some of those curls, because that's the whole point. The only thing I use this for now is just to kind of smooth out the very top, kind of where I teased it. I don't want it to look harsh or anything, so I just kind of smooth it out like so. You can see it's got volume in the back, and then I like to put a light hold hairspray so that it kind of keeps everything where it's supposed to be, I guess. And this is what I've been using. It's the Living Proof Flex Shaping Hairspray. Oh, I love this. And this, it's light hold, but it also makes things stay. You know what this smells like? Have any of you ever had the perfume? I don't have it anymore. It's by Cacharel. It's in a red bottle, and it's called Amour Amour. That's what this smells like. Oh my goodness, it really does. It's so weird. So anyway, kind of brush your, run your fingers through it, and that is what I've been wearing, how I've been wearing my hair. I'll move that out of the way so that it doesn't distract you any longer. and that's how I've been wearing it. Now I know it looks different when I had much longer hair, but it's just that sort of beachy, easy going look that looks better and better as the day goes on. And I'm gonna turn this off so it doesn't burn my house down. And I know that it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I wanted to share it with those of you who've been asking in every single video, basically, that I've worn this hair. I love it. It's really nice, and it's not perfect. It's easy. You can sleep on it, and it looks better and better. I just really like it. So if you did, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know down below what you want to see next, and I will see you next time. Bye.